For 2 long years, we have been hearing Russia messed with our election in 2016. But now, for the first time, we are getting to see exactly how Russia might have done it, which is pretty scary.
That's right. 2 reports provided for the Senate Intelligence Committee were just released, and they show Russia's campaign reached 147 million people on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And they did it by focusing on the emotions of proud or angry Americans, stirring, prodding, spreading. No group was targeted as directly as Black America, a key voting demographic in the election. And here's how they did it. According to this 100-page report by the analytics group New Knowledge, Russia was relentless on African Americans in order to create a, quote, immersive influence ecosystem. According to the report, the Russian Internet Research Agency, as mundane as that sounds, started creating all these pages on social media, 4,000 of them, each one of them targeting a specific group of people. Pages like Blackstagram, Sincerely Black, Afro Kingdom. Those 3 pages alone eventually had 650,000 followers. Now, how do these pages get so many followers? By posting round-the-clock things that solicit emotion, especially positive, ubiquitous, I could get on board with that kind of stuff emotion. This post right here from Blackstagram reads, "The tones are nude, get over it." In the post, the Russians mention an actual Black-owned leather business, right? It gets 254,000 likes and 6,700 comments. Can you believe that? Or these 2 posts on the Black business handle created by the Russians, according to Medium.com. Just pro-Black business posts. No real controversy there. Then, once these 4,000 different pages amassed all these followers and hundreds of millions of likes, not unlike a child molester grooming a victim, they harvest the seeds they've grown by slipping posts like this in on the same accounts as the election gets closer. This one's from the account Woke Blacks. The IRA started fear-mongering the right-wing pages while putting voter suppression memes on Black community pages. The goal was to either confuse voters, get them not to vote, or argue why they should vote for a third party. In conclusion, did this attack work? Did it affect how Americans voted? The report doesn't say. But what Russia's IRA did do was reach hundreds of millions of people, and Black voter turnout in 2016 was a 20-year low.
So it's like I'm gonna dumb it down for myself. So it's like a brand, right? Say I like Nike. And I like everything they post. I follow Nike. I'm like, I'm really into what you're selling me. And then Nike starts posting things and I'm like, oh, so Nike's into that. So I guess I'm into that? And it starts to confuse me because of my loyalty to Nike. Kind of like that. You've created a loyalty with those initial posts?
Kind of, yeah. There's a brand loyalty. You click like or follow because there's a brand loyalty. You dig what they're pitching.
Right, the ones where they're saying support Black business. I dig that.
And then on November 6th, they start slipping in these things that might tear you away from that. And all of them are directed at, first, Trump versus Republicans. Okay. Then Trump versus Clinton. Then Trump, even after the election, Trump versus Mueller. Donald Trump is stamped all over a lot of these posts. And everything that all these posts that happened are for pro-Trump causes. And that's not a political statement. That's a fact from this report. They show them. I mean, it's on Medium.com. You can see every post that these different accounts were putting out.
And again, not that we're not alleging, obviously, that Trump himself did this or his campaign. It's the Russians were pushing Trump for their purposes.
And the report says that. Yes, absolutely.
Interesting.
It's one of the wildest things I've ever read, honestly. I think every American should read this 100-page report.